Latto may have just taken things way too far in her obsession with 21 Savage, and the fallout could cost her everything. From a wild strip club altercation to shocking claims of a secret attack, this drama is exploding on social media. Even worse, there's talk of a looming lawsuit and whispers that 21 Savage himself has finally cut ties. If you want the full story on Latto's unraveling and the jaw-dropping evidence that sparked it, stay tuned. You won't believe how deep this scandal goes. It all started when fans noticed peculiar coincidences that seemed more than random. Latto and 21 Savage kept popping up in similar locations, sometimes sharing almost identical social media posts with the same ocean views and date stamps. While they never stood side by side on camera, the silent hints were enough to set speculation ablaze. Was this an official romance or a highly strategic publicity move? 21 Savage, an Atlanta rapper known for his hardcore lyrics and a tough persona, fueled the chatter by calling Latto his twin on Instagram. But fans saw more than sibling energy in those interactions. Everyone in the industry, rappers, influencers, producers, seemed to know they were entangled, but the big mystery was how deep it went. The confusion only grew when rumors popped up that 21 Savage was, in fact, married. Suddenly, the conversation took a turn. If he already had a wife, what was really happening behind the scenes? Still, Latto acted unbothered by the secrecy. In interviews, whenever she dropped a subtle reference to her man, fans would piece it together and figure she meant 21 Savage, even if she refused to name names. For better or worse, that pattern defined their alleged entanglement. Everyone suspecting they were together, but no one saying it out loud. Over time, however, the illusions of a hush-hush fling made way for full-blown drama. In an age where every move is documented on social media, minor slip-ups can erupt into major chaos. Latto's drama escalated during the filming of her It's a Party music video at Magic City, an Atlanta strip club famous for its vibrant, lively atmosphere. At first, all seemed well. Lights, cameras, and a club full of dancers ready to create the perfect vibe for her shoot. Midway through the event, rumors spread like wildfire. Latto had allegedly snatched back the cash she'd thrown on stage for the strippers. Some called it cheap, others suggested she'd had a sudden change of heart. The story was baffling, especially since throwing money at dancers is part of the club's culture and is almost a show of respect for performers. Why would she walk that back? Gossip quickly grew. Maybe the strippers didn't dance well enough. Maybe Latto was dissatisfied with the footage. But one performer, known online as Gorgeous Doll, came forward with a more concrete explanation that changed the narrative. Latto's wallet had reportedly gone missing. She demanded the person who took it return it, but nobody stepped up. Enraged and determined not to leave empty-handed, Latto collected all the money she'd thrown that evening. For most bystanders, that was the end of the story. A misunderstanding, perhaps an overreaction. But it spiraled into a far darker tale when Gorgeous Doll claimed the drama didn't stop inside the club. Shortly after the Magic City shoot, whispers circulated of a violent altercation outside the club. According to Gorgeous Doll, Latto, or someone close to Latto, arranged for people to handle her for speaking out about the fiasco. This was no simple confrontation. It was allegedly a beatdown. Adding a grim layer to the story, Gorgeous Doll also claimed she was pregnant at the time. The shocking part, she said she suffered a miscarriage afterward. There was no immediate proof, no viral videos capturing the assault, no official police documents. Without any hard evidence, the story seemed to stall. Some people believed her wholeheartedly, shocked that a chart-topping rapper would go so far. Others called it clout chasing, noting the lack of concrete details. While the internet debated, Latto herself kept suspiciously quiet. There were no public statements, no attempts to clarify her side. The rumor overshadowed her music for weeks. People wondered if she'd taken her obsession with protecting her man a step too far. But with time, the hype died down. Everyone moved on until Latto, perhaps unintentionally, lit the fuse again in a very public way. Sometimes, it's not the original incident that blows up a celebrity's reputation, but rather how they respond afterward. In Latto's case, her downfall came in the form of a snarky social media comment, a single reply that seemed to confirm the worst suspicions about her involvement in the Magic City fracas. It all started with a TikToker who was blasting Latto's LTE brand. That would have been a petty scuffle on a normal day, but the topic of 21 Savage snuck into the conversation, and Latto wasted no time responding. She fired back with words that all but declared, "Remember the last time someone spoke on my man? I handled it outside the club." People screenshot her comment immediately. Did she just admit to to orchestrating a jump on another woman? More specifically, was she linking that rumored beating to the reason behind it, someone disrespecting or messing with her man? The timing and phrasing suggested exactly that, sending social media into an uproar. Suddenly, the dancer Gorgeous Doll felt vindicated. If she needed proof that Latto had ordered an attack on her, this might be it. Legal repercussions lurked in the background as bystanders realized how an offhand remark could be used against Latto in a courtroom. The tension soared when Gorgeous Doll promptly promised to press charges or sue for damages, especially since she blamed the alleged attack for her miscarriage. While the drama exploded around Latto, the man at the center of it all maintained his signature silence. 21 Savage, known for rarely discussing his private life, did something that confused fans even more. He openly stated he had no celebrity girlfriend. People were stunned. How could he dismiss Latto in one breath when the entire internet was convinced they were an item? It turned out 21 Savage's personal life might be more complicated than he lets on. Various insiders claim he's still married to Kiana, the mother of his children, even if the relationship seemed rocky. Some rumors paint them as separated. Others insist they're still living under the same roof, but simply keep their personal affairs quiet. Meanwhile, fans have pointed out that it's not unusual for him to discreetly see other women. Latto was hardly the first rumor to swirl around him. Another name that cropped up was Suki, with speculation about secret meetups. In the midst of it all, Latto's devotion seemed unwavering. She even got his government name tattooed behind her ear. But 21 Savage's refusal to publicly acknowledge her left her looking, to some, like the clingy side piece he was too embarrassed to admit to. The idea that Latto might be obsessed with a man who barely acknowledges her is the most perplexing angle in this saga. By all accounts, she's a successful, independent artist who could have her pick of potential partners. Yet here she is, embroiled in drama after drama that always traces back to 21 Savage. When fans discovered Latto's discreet tattoo tribute to him, the tabloids exploded with gossip. She tried to hide it at first, even allegedly asking certain outlets to remove the photos from their platforms. Instead of shutting down the speculation, that only fanned the flames. Why go to such lengths to keep it hidden if there was nothing to be embarrassed about? This brazen display of loyalty raises the question, is she fighting to prove something? Perhaps that she's a ride or die who's worthy of being publicly claimed. Yet, in the eyes of many, it's come across as humiliating to watch her cling to a man who goes out of his way to say he's single. Some fans blame 21 Savage, labeling him manipulative. Others blame Latto for refusing to see the writing on the wall. Still, she has her defenders, those who argue that no one truly knows what happens behind closed doors. They point out that not every relationship is for the cameras, and that 21 Savage might have valid reasons for being private. But with each new rumor, that theory gets harder to defend. As if the personal turmoil wasn't enough, Latto now faces the possibility of an expensive legal battle. The moment she hit send on that social media comment, she opened the door for Gorgeous Doll to claim she just confessed, right there in black and white, to orchestrating an attack. If Gorgeous Doll moves forward with a civil suit or any formal complaint, Latto could be forced to explain herself under oath. Legal experts on social media have pointed out that even a vague comment can serve as circumstantial evidence when combined with other factors. Latto's defense might claim she used flamboyant language or was simply joking, but it's a risky gamble. If a judge or jury reads her words as an admission of guilt, the fallout could be disastrous for her career. All of this negativity comes at a critical time for Latto, who's trying to establish herself in a rap scene brimming with competition. Her brand runs the risk of becoming entangled with too much drama, a potential turnoff for investors, sponsors, or even fans who expect their favorite artists to show growth. Meanwhile, 21 Savage remains a ghost in the background, rarely addressing any of this, leaving Latto to deal with the public fallout virtually on her own. So, has 21 Savage truly cut Latto off for good? For many observers, it's the logical outcome. From rumored catfights to alleged physical assaults, it's been nothing but trouble whenever Latto steps forward in his defense. If he values his marriage, or even just a quiet life, it wouldn't be surprising if he distanced himself from the chaos. Then again, this story might have more chapters left. There's always the chance they'll reconcile behind closed doors. Latto might try to keep the relationship hidden, or 21 Savage might decide to speak up for once. At this point, anything is possible. And it's precisely that uncertainty that keeps people riveted. Will Gorgeous Doll follow through with legal action and drag Latto into court? Is 21 Savage truly out of the picture, or might he return only to add more complications? All we know is that this drama teeters on a razor's edge, ready to tilt in any direction. One thing is certain, The situation forces us to ask why so many people choose to fight so fiercely for a love that remains unconfirmed. It sparks debates about personal boundaries, self-worth, and how far someone will go to hold on to a relationship that might never see the light of day. Feel free to share your own theories. Do you believe Latto's risked it all only to be left empty-handed? Or is there a piece of the puzzle we're all missing? No matter what happens next, the entire ordeal has made one thing crystal clear. In the world of celebrity entanglements, the truth is often stranger than fiction, and it's always lurking just below the surface.